In this Stories from the Classroom video, Billy Pickens tells us how his teacher's high expectations for him may not have been welcome in high school, but that as an adult who is deaf-blind, he now appreciates how important it was for his future.
On the first couple of days with school, and I was young at the time, so I didn't recognize this, but teachers weren't really giving me the same work. In fact, in the beginning, I was placed in a special ed class, even though I had been mainstream throughout elementary school. And so their automatic assumption was that I needed to be in a special ed class. But they realized, oh, he kind of surpassed the class and what they were doing, so they put me back in mainstream. And then when I got mainstream, some of the teachers were very kind of hesitant about how to teach me. And so I definitely felt like at the time I was kind of not thinking much of it because they weren't really giving me work, and I guess I was fine with that because I was 12 and I didn't want work. But I think that later on I realized that there was a lot of under expectation and a lot of just wanting to pass me up and not really treat me the same way as my sighted peers.
One English teacher made a lasting difference for Billy's future.
He called a meeting and he was like, your writing is really good. And he was like, why are you in standard? You should be in honors with this kind of writing. And I said, well, I don't want to do the homework. And he was like, well, I can help that. You can stay in standard, but I'm going to give you honors level work. And so he kept me in standard. I thought he was joking, but then all of a sudden points get taken off or commas here. And it got to the point where me, and my mom were all kind of butting heads about it because I needed the class to graduate and he was being extremely hard on me. And at the time I didn't really like it because, like I said, I didn't want to do the work. And later on, he told my mom, he was like, I know we can do it. So I really gave it my all eventually, and I did pass the class and did well.
So what does Billy recommend for educators to promote progress for students with disabilities?
Leave your biases at the door and just walk in and see people as individuals. I know that sometimes it can be hard, and I understand that we're all kind of judgmental in some way at times. We all kind of look at people or have a first impression of people. But I think as a teacher, do your best to try to realize that anyone who walks in your classroom likely wants an education. They may not realize it at that point because they may be young and just kids, but I think everybody genuinely wants to learn something. And so I think if you see that and see beyond what disability they have or what race they are or whatever it might be, I think that you can realize that at the end of the day, everybody wants to learn and everybody can learn.
Billy graduated from the University of North Carolina at Charlotte in 2020. He now works for the Exceptional Children's Assistance Center, leading the youth advisory team and youth newsletter, while developing his very own podcast series.